There's a reason some men get forgotten overnight, while others become impossible to replace. It's not their looks, it's not their money, and it's definitely not their status. It's a rare quality that creates such a deep emotional impact that every man who comes after is measured against them. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what that quality is. Have you ever wondered why some women move on in a matter of weeks, while others carry the memory of one particular man for years? Even after the relationship is over, even after they've met someone new, even after they've convinced themselves they've moved on, that man still lives somewhere in the back of their mind. Why? Because most men focus on attraction, but unforgettable men focus on connection. And there's a massive difference between the two. Attraction gets attention, connection gets remembered. Think about it. A woman can be attracted to many men throughout her life, but she only feels deeply understood by a few. She only feels completely safe with a few, and she only fully trusts a few. That's why the men who leave the deepest mark are rarely the flashiest ones. They're not always the richest. They're not always the most handsome. They're not always the most popular. In fact, many of them look completely ordinary from the outside, but they possess something incredibly rare: consistency. While other men change based on circumstances, he remains the same. When life becomes difficult, he doesn't disappear. When conflict shows up, he doesn't lose control. When emotions run high, he doesn't react impulsively. Instead, he stays grounded. And that creates something powerful, because every relationship eventually faces challenges. Every relationship experiences stress. Every relationship goes through uncertainty. The question is, what happens when those moments arrive? Most people become part of the problem, but unforgettable men become part of the solution. And that's where trust is built. Not during the good times, during the hard times. Anyone can look confident when life is easy. Anyone can be charming when everything is going their way. But emotional strength only reveals itself under pressure. And women notice that far more than most men realize. Because deep down, every person wants to feel safe, not physically, emotionally, safe enough to be vulnerable, safe enough to be honest, safe enough to be themselves. And when a man creates that feeling, he becomes incredibly difficult to replace. Now here's the quality that makes all of this possible. The quality women rarely forget. The quality that separates boys from men. Emotional strength. Not the strength to dominate others. The strength to master yourself. The ability to stay calm when others panic. To listen when others react. To lead when others blame. To remain steady when everything around you becomes uncertain. Because at the end of the day, women don't stay because a man is perfect. They stay because being with him feels like peace. And in a world filled with confusion, drama, and chaos, peace is one of the rarest and most attractive qualities a man can possess. Become the man who brings peace, not pressure, and you'll never have to beg for loyalty, attention, or love. Because the people who truly value peace rarely walk away from it.